Welcome back, Panther fans. I'm David Brown here with Ryan Graham.
Hey, y'all.
Tim Thurber.
Hello.
And this is State of Atlanta.
Whoa.
Coming to you a little early this week on a Monday night. And not going to lie to anybody, we didn't know we were doing this until about 5 or 10 minutes ago. So,
woo. Well, I knew we were doing it.
A+ for planning.
Yeah, there was some miscommunication. I'll take full responsibility of all of that. So
I had planned on doing this all day. I've been drinking since 3.
We had ideas, we just didn't execute.
Yeah, so the issue was we were supposed to be talking to the Utah State guys tomorrow night, but Ryan can't make that, so we decided to move it to this. But I never asked the Utah State guys if they could do it, and that's a really boring way of saying that I'm ill prepared for this conversation. But
let's do it.
Who even wants to talk about this crap, man?
Well, and us tonight and Utah State tomorrow, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
We'll still talk to Utah. Hopefully, all things go to plan. We'll talk to Utah State tomorrow night.
Cool.
And with Tim and I, we'll talk to those guys or that guy.
Yeah. We're gonna Aggie up or Aggie down tomorrow. I don't really know what we're doing.
Are we sure that he's been to a Utah State game?
We did not vet that, did we?
I actually have done a little bit better in my vetting process now. But I cannot answer that question for you, honestly.
Would it be hilarious if we like start interviewing someone that the only thing they've done is done like the Dynasty and NCAA 14 or something? That
team is good. The team is good. I pass it every time. We just wide receivers go long. We pass it. We score. Yeah. Team's good.
Yeah, just show us your NCAA 14 national championship record with the team that we're playing, and that's what you got to do to get onto the show. Yeah,
solid.
I like that.
Solid.
They would know as much about their team as we know about our team, right?
Yep.
Do we have a team left by now? I'm not sure.
Well, we've only lost a half to the portal. No, it's not that much.
Not that bad.
It's not that bad.
You did some math on it, right?
Yeah, but apparently that website I was using was way off because, as John suggested, to push it up against the 24/7, and we're still not the worst. I think was it Monroe.
Monroe and Coastal are worse than us.
Monroe and Coastal lost 20 plus players or something like that each. Where I think we're third or fourth in the conference.
And then even though Georgia is apparently sending a flag up right now, being like, the hell is happening because a bunch of people are leaving. Because that's just the nature of the beast right now.
I'm leaving. I'm gonna go home.
It's the nature of the beast right now. People are making their way out. Can't get play time. They got to move somewhere else, right? We've been talking about this.
Follow the dollars, right? That's it.
And follow some dollars. Yeah, that's right.
Which we talked about quite a bit last week. Yeah, I mean that's what it's going to be. It's just going to happen. So that's the interesting part about it is it's not just happening to the G5 programs that went 6-6 and lost the last 5 games of their season, but it's happening to the teams that are also, we're contenders for the national championship as well. Yep. It happens across the board. So, and we picked up a couple of guys. We got a couple of P5 transfers over the past week at a Clemson running back, I believe.
Yep. I haven't looked at any of his clips or anything like that, but
is it Clemson or Clemson?
No, that's a people make fun of Clem & Son or something. I think they say
Clem's son, kind of like when they in Marvel when Thor referred to Phil Coulson as Phil, son of Cole. That was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, but that's cool, man. I would love that if I was him.
I would love to be addressed by Thor in any manner at all.
Yeah.
Don't make fun of my last name though, because that's pretty easy to do.
It's Brown, dude.
Well, you're like a cracker.
That's true.
That's true. I don't know what a Thurber is. I got nothing on that one.
No. I was actually just talking to an Uber driver the other day, where we were talking about last names. She had an amazing last name, which I can't even tell you what it is now. But I was like, I got called Cracker a lot, and people would be like, "Oh, how would you feel if I called you a Cracker?" And I'm like, "Well, I am. I'm Graham Cracker.
Exactly.
I'm used to it. It's fine.
If you address me by my surname, then you've already addressed me by a Cracker."
Yeah, I'm good.
Best last name I ever saw was a waitress at, I think it was Cheesecake Factory, like 20 years ago, and I made her show me her ID because I didn't believe her. Her last name was McDaddy. Sorry, McDaddy, not McDaddy. McDaddy. I'm like, I was like, I proposed to her on the spot. And I was like, and I'll take your name because I want to be David McDaddy.
It didn't work, obviously.
Yeah, apparently not. That apparently just a random customer at her table making him show her ID was not enough to woo her into my clutches.
If you would have just trusted her, man, like maybe things would be different today.
Who trusts women?
You might be David McDaddy.
But then I wouldn't have all of this going for me because there's no way that Rita McDaddy was ever going to let me start a podcast.
You never know what could have been.
Who knows? I probably would have been. You know what? Everything could have worked out the same. I would have gotten divorced by her really early on. I could have still met my wife. And,
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
it could have been your trial run.
And then she could have been McDaddy too. You keep the last name after the divorce, obviously.
Yeah, you keep the last. Do I ever tell the next woman, like, yeah, so we get married, you're gonna take my last name, right? Yeah, it's my ex-wife's last name.
But it's cool. but it's awesome.
I also met a dill hole from New York whose last name was Beer. Just straight
I
up.
thought their last name was Dill Hole.
I was like, someone's name is Dill Hole?
No, but he was one of those like New York jerks. It was kind of just spends the entire time talking about how awesome New York is. And I'm like, well, why do you live in Atlanta and not New York City? Like, couldn't get a job there. Market sucks. I'm like, okay, well.
It's New York. There's like nothing but market there.
Right. New York. Well, I don't know what he did for a living, but
yeah,
apparently Atlanta had it and New York didn't. So, but yeah, but tell me how much greater New York City is over Atlanta.
Yeah, you can't even get a job there, dude.
Yeah, and your last name is Beer. How can you not get a job somewhere with the last name Beer? I would hire somebody just for the last name being Beer.
This guy seems like a cultural fit.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I could tell your wife, like, I'm meeting Beer for lunch, or I have a
or beer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I'm not drinking. I'm actually going to be talking to Dill Hole Beer, but I would just be drinking beer instead. So I don't think his first name was Dill Hole.
I hope not.
All right. Yeah, we've definitely been drinking tonight, haven't we? All right.
I told you guys before we started, I've been drinking since about 3:30, 3 o'clock, something like that.
What time do you normally start drinking on a recording night?
4:35, something like that.
That's very specific. 4:35, not 4:30, not 4:45, 4:35.
No, 4:30 or 5. Not 4:35. 4:32 and 33 seconds.
Yeah. I'm normally a vodka or two deep before we get started, but I'm also spending time like trying to like research what we're going to talk about, so my mind's kind of focused.
We did that. Come on.
I was watching Netflix or something. Watch one of those things I pay for.
We were powering through, right? We got all our show notes done in about 5 minutes.
So we have 2 games that have happened since we last talked. 2 games that happened? No, one game that happened. We had the BYU game, which wasn't much of a matchup, which we knew going into it. But I have to complain because I went to a holiday party that night and I talked to the host. I was like, hey, is it cool if we put the game on? I don't need the sound. I don't need the sound on. Just kind of just like have the game on. And she's like, I don't care. Whatever. I'm like, awesome. So I get there and there's one TV in the house and they have like the NFL on. And I was like, oh.
No, not doing that.
You can't switch that.
No,
I was wearing my Pounce Santa hat to the party. So
what I just found out about the reason I can't do the podcast tomorrow night is because I have my company party. But what I just found out was they are okay with ugly sweaters, like Christmas sweaters, and I have an ugly Georgia State Christmas sweater.
No such thing, unless it has the push-up Pounce on the blue and black logo. It's impossible to have.
It might be, but it's It's a sweater. It's an Uggo sweater with a.
You know how they make those ultra patriotic shirts with like Donald Trump like riding on the back of a griffin, like carrying a tank, shooting a cat unicorn or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Like ultra patriotic. They do it. There's like the Reagan ones. There's all
shooting a bazooka off, right?
Let's get like an ugly sweater or a picture made of like Charlie Cobb and Coach Elliott in like celebrity death match, like just like blood and gore, like the Rocky IV poster when App State beats App State.
Oh boy!
Wow.
You can't do East versus West. It's from the same place.
That was a nice subtle jab.
Yeah,
that was good.
Hey,
that was good.
You said jab with a Rocky reference, so
I know. Do you? I watched the first 2 Creeds now.
Good. Yeah, the third one.
I don't think
Yeah.
I watched that one yet, but
It's not as bad as Rocky 5, but it's trying to do its. I mean, it doesn't have Rocky in it. They got rid of Rocky, so
well, that's dumb. I guess
Yeah,
it
I
got
didn't see it.
expensive.
I didn't see it in theaters out of pure protest. How you gonna have a Rocky Universe movie without Rocky in it?
It don't make sense. I mean, he is central in the Creed movies, so
Yeah. No. Anyhow, BYU game. We knew that game was gonna suck.
we lost by a lot.
Yeah,
30-ish? I don't know.
I tried to keep track of the score. It was never close. Like we never like
32-ish?
we were like never like in it, other than like maybe the first couple of minutes or something.
Not
And we
even.
scored in the
Oh,
50s,
no, they,
right?
they had like 3 threes right out of the gate. It was already over within like 2 minutes. It was crazy.
But we scored something like 56 or something, right? It's like
Oh
yeah.
It's like absurdly low.
some crazy low number. Yeah, like
Yeah.
our shooting obviously wasn't on.
Yeah.
Do you think like games like that, you just like you fly in that morning and you just tell like the pilot like just keep the jets running. We'll be in and out in like 2 hours. Like we don't need a lot of time. Can we save money if we can just go right back immediately?
I don't know.
For
I don't know how that
this one,
works.
for this one, I don't know. I don't know how you pump the team up to play BYU, number 18 in the nation.
you just tell them get through this, and we have Toccoa Falls at home on Tuesday.
You
Like,
can take it all out on them.
man.
Yeah, you can make up for all the other shit if you just win this game, yo. Like everyone will heap the praises on you.
Right.
do it.
They'll also say, where's this team been all season? Or man,
Whatever.
BYU was looking ahead or something.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, I just take the win, right?
baby.
It was definitely a physical game, though. The refs were just like, this is close to street ball. We're not calling fouls.
I like those games.
That I enjoy that. As long as it's being called correctly on both sides.
It
you know,
was super even. Yeah.
I think that basketball is way too foul heavy. Like, I want to see some elbows being thrown a little bit. I want to get a little
elbows.
I don't want to like see guys like literally getting knocked to the ground left and right, but I want a physical game.
Yep.
I want some COVID being spread.
Yeah. It needs to get a little chippy, start a fight, talk about the guy's mom or something. And like,
I got on Michael Jordan TikTok at some point over the past couple of weeks.
Okay.
And like all this stuff is talking about how like, if you talk crap to Jordan, he'd put up like 50 or 60 points against you that night. Like, so this one guy, I don't know who he was a pretty good NBA player, but not like a Jordan like level player. He's like,
Right.
He was always like, yes, sir, Mr. Jordan. Like, he was just like, it's polite. Every time Jordan hit a three, great shot, sir. That was fantastic shot. He's like, be nice to him. He's like, he only put up 30 against me. He put 60 up against somebody else who calls him that he tells him he sucks.
so he could just turn it on at will, basically.
Yeah.
Just like, I'll play easy on these people today. Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
dude.
talk about my mom? Nope, never mind.
Get on those Jordan stories. He would like go and like play 2 rounds of golf in the morning and like drink the entire time and then go put up 50, 60 points that night in a game. So
Well, that's a
Jordan,
performance enhancing drug. We've talked about this. Alcohol.
The one weird stat from the game with BYU is that we out blocked them. So we had 6 blocks in the game to their 1, which is I
And
wasn't
we're the most
expecting.
we're the easiest thing to block against. We literally shoot the ball into our opposing team's hands. Like that's where our eyes are. Like where's their hand? That's where I'm putting the ball. So
Other weird thing is, I bet you won't guess who had the most points.
Honestly, right now in my
You're like,
current
I don't
state-
know the players.
right now in my state, I know there's DeWanda.
You're
Odom.
right. It was Odom.
Okay.
He had 12 points. He led all scorers. Like he hasn't led all scoring in any game this season.
12
What was his
points,
3-point
though?
percentage?
Oh yeah.
So they spread the ball around. They had a lot of scorers then.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if
Well,
12 points was the high scoring player, that means they had a lot of different players scoring.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
very good observation. I thought you were talking about BYU at first, and I was like, well,
No,
the Cougars,
no.
of course,
I
they're
was
going to
just-
have a lot of scorers.
I was
That's what
shocked to
Cougars
see
do.
that Odom led all scorers on our side.
Yeah.
Just not
Maybe he's knocking that rust off.
maybe I hope.
I don't know. We saw him last year. He could turn it on when he wants to, and sometimes he doesn't.
Maybe this is the game he's like, I'm going to turn it on for BYU. I'm going to turn it off the
Plays
rest of
I
the
mean,
season.
12's not exactly turning it on though.
No.
Have you seen the team this season?
I
I'll
haven't
take
seen
12. We can get like 8 guys that can score 12 in a game. Yes, please.
I mean, yeah, definitely. I would have taken that any year.
That's 100, right? Or it's right
Yeah,
there.
that's a lot of points.
Yeah.
that would win a lot of games.
You ever do that when you're making up your stats? You're like, what numbers sound good? And then after you say it, you're like, wow, that was actually, I really overshot that one.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But yes, no, I think that should be our goal is we need to average 8 players scoring 12 plus points a game. I think we do that. I think we win more games. We win more games that way.
We definitely would.
I should be hired as a sports analyst to talk to the team before games. Be like,
Yeah.
I figured it out, guys. That's all you got to do. You score 12 points. You score 12 points. You score 12. I mean,
Wait,
it's like, look, we just need 8 of y'all. I'm gonna have this. I got this bingo barrel thing, and we're gonna spin it, and I'm gonna pull names out. And if I pull your name out, I'm gonna need 12 points.
Get 12 points.
Yeah,
12 points.
exactly. Hey, did you get the Tacoma Falls pod lined up for tomorrow too?
Oh no, Tacoma Falls at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday. Excellent scheduling. Thank you. Well, I guess this is Coach Hayes, right? We can't even blame Charlie Cobb for this one. This is Coach
I have
Hayes.
no idea of how they pick times and stuff.
Well, the time I'm not sure, but the coaches, basketball coaches, make the schedules.
They're just trying out different times to see what works best for attendance. Yeah.
I mean, Tim, are you gonna be there?
I don't know. I want to be. I don't think I can be.
Yeah. It's tough.
Ryan
I'm
and I will
taking
be
off
there.
tomorrow to be there. So
Family trip. Yeah, I got time to burn by the end of the year. So
I told my boss on Friday I was going to take off, and he was just like, "Yeah, whatever, it's cool."
I actually
End
was
of year,
talking
do
about-
whatever.
He's like,
we were at a
"Whatever."
status meeting, and we're talking about taking time off, and I'd said that I was taking this Tuesday off for this game, and then somebody else, a guy from Costa Rica, I think he's in Costa Rica. He said he was taking Tuesday off for some reason, just to burn a day. I'm like, Tuesday's a horrible day to take off. You want to take off a Monday or a Friday or a Wednesday to break it up? And my boss is like, you literally just said you were taking Tuesday off. But yeah, but I have a game to go to.
It's different.
There's a
I'm not
reason.
just picking a random Tuesday to take the day off.
You can't just reschedule the basketball game.
Yeah, I mean, you take this Friday, next Tuesday off, and you're good to go, right?
Yeah.
A little
I'm
extra
taking
time
Friday off
before and
as well.
after. There you go.
If they want to schedule,
I'm
if they wanna
also
schedule a
taking
game,
Wednesday off.
oh yeah, if they want to schedule, you have your holiday party. You're going to be like
Recovery day.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. But then in the evening, I'm doing the Empire Strips Back.
I can give 2 enthusiastic thumbs up. I would gladly give more, but I only possess 2 thumbs.
I'm very excited. Very excited.
Yes. Hey, it's by my house. You can swing by, or I can swing by.
Could.
Pre-game drinks.
Yeah.
We walked. Well, we walked home. We took an Uber
We're
there.
gonna-
Didn't want to miss any time.
Oh wait, no, we're gonna Uber to the company party. They're giving us
Try to-
$35
For what?
for Uber.
The Ubers.
Yeah.
Nice. That's
Work
very
is
nice.
work is doing the smart thing. They're
the
doing the
responsible thing. Yeah.
responsible thing. Yeah, every employee gets the $35 voucher for Uber.
I like that.
Yeah.
We need more companies like that.
You know what my company did for our holiday party? They scheduled it during the workday and provided no booze. So I think if you're being fiscally responsible, that's the way to do it, right?
Do you need a new job?
Well, the funny thing is, we have in our IT department that I've not attended or not been in the office of for 2 years. We have a little fridge that we used to keep like some Friday beer in just for ourselves, and there just happened to be a bottle of champagne in there. We have no idea where it came from. We didn't have it in there when we left 3 years ago, whatever it was. But yeah, my boss and I, we definitely drank the bottle of champagne with our Maggiano's catered holiday luncheon.
Ooh.
All right. We're
Nice.
doing rooftop at Pond City Market and open
it's a
bar.
Lovely time of year for that. It should be great out there.
Well, it's been nice so far, but it's heavy hors d'oeuvres and open bar. I'm like, all right, this sounds great.
So heavy hors d'oeuvres and heavy drinking.
Well, I blacked out last year at this thing, so
Do you remember where it was last year?
I was at the Colony Square. There was like a place there, but I definitely we went across to Pour. I think that's what it's called. The bar.
Yeah.
They've got like you get a cup and they've got all the beers and you like swipe a thing and pour yourself a beer
Dispense
or whatever.
as much beer as you want. Yeah.
Man, I think I had one beer there, and then I do not remember getting home.
I can see Ryan walking into that place. Like, where's the PBR? Where's PBR? There's no PBR. I thought you guys had good beer here, and there's no PBR.
And I was real wasted on gimlets walking in there.
Did y'all go to like establishment or something at Colony Square?
I forget what it was called, but I don't think that's right.
No. All right.
So Tacoma Falls, you're not coming, Tim.
Probably not. I don't know.
Yeah, Ryan, we'll get together a little before the game.
Yeah.
Get the party started a little early with our kids. I'm trying to decide if I can get my wife to just drop us off there. So I got to just drink during the entire game and have her come pick me up with the kids later on.
I still gotta drop off the kids, so you know.
You got a DD with you though, or you could have a DD with you.
Yeah, I probably will.
Just tell her it's Mario Kart. Go.
There you go. So BYU was an expected loss, but Toccoa Falls, this is like it better damn
It's a
be a
gimme,
win.
right?
It's a 99% win. So the question to you guys is count the number of people in the seats. Is it greater than or less than 99?
Do we have more people in the stands than we have a point chances of winning?
Band doesn't count.
No, band will probably have a dozen or two, probably 2 dozen people there. You figure you have some families in there. It'd be interesting to see who actually does show up on a Tuesday.
Is it gonna have like little school kids there, or all kids?
I've got so many tickets. People just started like just mailing me tickets left and right. So our record count will be good. I'll just leave. I'll just keep on like walking out of the exits and just scanning more tickets
round and round, in and out.
Bump those numbers up.
Exactly.
And you know there's gonna be some Trash Down South fan listening to this. It's like they just scan all their extra tickets so their numbers sound higher.
We
did
paid them to walk in and out of the stadium.
Speaking of Trash Down South, they can't talk about basketball this season at all.
Not yet.
As I predicted, they went 0-11 to start the season.
Nice, good predictor.
They, I did not predict that at the beginning of the season. Once they were like 0-6 or 0-7, I looked at their schedule and I'm like,
oh, they're not going to win.
Yeah, you're playing Tennessee and a team that's already beaten the snot out of you, and a couple other teams that are a lot better. Yeah, you're not. So they have Florida Gulf Coast, who has 3 wins on Wednesday.
Could that be their first W?
If they don't win that game, they will have lost 100% of their out of conference schedule, which includes a non D1 team.
Does that mean they'll have to forfeit their entire season, like right then?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to play conference schedule unless you get win.
If you can't win a single non-conference, you're done, man. You're done.
Is there any team I haven't looked at? Is there any other D1 team that's not won a single game this season?
I have no idea. That's a lot of teams.
I mean,
it's like 330 teams or something.
Something crazy, yeah, for sure.
And they're still not. I think they weren't even listed last in the RPI or whatever.
But they weren't.
There's people below them.
That kind of thing is weird.
The Detroit Mercy Titans are 0-10.
Right. They're tied.
Detroit Mercy.
I want to say that's what they need to take the 2 teams like that. If there's ever 2 teams that don't win a single game out of conference that are D1, you play them. Like just before conference schedule starts, these 2 teams have got to play. Somebody gets a win beforehand.
Relegation.
I found another one. The Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils. Yes.
Wait, we've played them. I think
we've played the Delta Devils.
I don't think so.
Maybe so. Or maybe this is going to be controversial. Maybe if any team does not win a non-conference game, they get dropped into the women's league.
That was David.
That was low. Come on.
It did guaranteed win, right?
David.
Ooh.
David.
Come on.
No, there's that dude. I
don't think they'd win still.
On Outkick. There's a dude on Outkick that made a statement that if he could pick a boys high school state championship team, if he got to pick one high school state championship, a boys team to play against the WNBA champion, he would bet $1 million on the high school boys team.
Yeah, I think he would lose.
I don't know.
Professional WNBA? No, I think he's losing.
He got some pushback from WNBA, and he made it official. He laid it out there. He's like, "Here's the deal: $1 million of my cash, not like I will bring like the Vegas dodgeball championship treasure chest of cash out to this game. I get to pick the boys high school state champion, and then we'll play the WNBA most recent champion, which I think is Vegas right now, so it's appropriate." And he's like, "And if I win, then, or if y'all win, $1 million goes to the WNBA players. But if the boys team wins, then they have to pay $1 million basically to the boys team." And they won't respond to that. I mean, granted, why would they? But
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't either. But I also think I mean, the amount of talent that gets siphoned upward into like a professional league. I mean, you talk about like people make fun of and say that the best college program versus like the worst NFL team, right? And like
Would never
how
win, yeah.
silly that game would be, right?
would
That game would be so silly.
Yeah, you take this conversation came up back in Bama's like, real powerhouse days, like them versus like Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
And but even players not on the, I remember that specific conversation. Roddy White of the Falcons back then was like, that's a horrible conversation. The Jaguars would demolish Alabama.
Would crush them. Because you just look at the talent at each level and how it gets smaller and smaller. You're getting the best of each one and siphoning it up.
Yeah, but you also do realize that a boys' high school basketball team has got a bunch of 6 foot plus kids on it, and you got a lot of WNBA players that are under 6 foot.
I don't care. We win games under 6 foot.
Yeah,
Juan Odom was the game leading scorer, right?
Yeah, he was.
His 12 monstrous points.
I mean, BYU's tall as all get out too. I mean, he's like he had to go around them under their
they're
legs.
closer to God. That's why they're so tall.
And Odom's not 6 foot, right? I think he's not.
He probably is.
He's kind of short.
He's short compared to the other guys around him.
Yeah,
I remember seeing that RJ was short when I was watching games, and then I would stand next to RJ and go, "Yes, sir, you're very tall, sir."
Yeah, but he's like gangly. That's his thing.
He is like, come on, just shove the cheese, like just wipe the cheeseburger on him. Like hopefully osmosis it'll absorb or something.
So we're the biggest fans.
6'2", so whoops.
Okay, 6'2". That's not bad. So FGCU opened as a 4.5 point favorite.
0-12, maybe. Come on, man.
ESPN gives them a 50.
Maybe I'll break my rule and I'll actually drive down to Statesboro on Wednesday just to watch Florida Gulf Coast.
Don't do it. You'll ruin the streak.
You'll be Dunk City's biggest fan.
No, I'll stay outside. I'm not going to go inside the stadium, but I'll stand outside just to be there when the game's over. And if somehow TDS wins, whatever, I'll just drive home. Who cares? But if they lose, I'll just be sitting out there, Georgia State signs like, look at us. We have 3, 4, we have 5 wins. Yay, look at us.
I am
Are you gonna wear that hat?
Speaking of our trash,
tis the season.
South,
oh yeah,
they haven't had too many players enter the portal, at least yet.
They have not, and they still couldn't win their bowl game.
Hey-o. Who'd they play?
I watched the game. I can't remember who it
Bobcats?
was.
Ohio.
They played Ohio.
Yeah.
Played Ohio Bobcats. Yeah,
and they got
so
demolished.
you guys know me being such a diehard Bobcats fan. I had to root for my Bobcats.
I'm not convinced Ohio's a place. So
I've been to Ohio, and I've been to actually Dayton, Ohio.
I've flown in there.
Still
not sure it's a real place. When they're biggest cities in a different state.
Have you flown into their airport?
No, I flew into Indianapolis and drove over.
You went to a real airport, yeah.
See,
I drove through Cincinnati, Kentucky, though.
Cool,
neat.
Because Cincinnati's airport's in Kentucky.
Oh,
CVG, whatever.
Yeah,
I don't think I knew that.
Cincinnati's on a hill, like the entire city. Like when you drive through their downtown, like their version of the connector, it's just like one of those, like it has that 4% grade sign that you normally get in the Chattanooga mountains and crap like that. It's like
going through a city.
Yeah, whenever you see like those tractor trailer off ramps in the mountains, whatever, but they have
runaway
them in the
ramps.
city. They have them in the city because it's on the steep grade. I made that up. I don't think they had that.
You probably do, right?
You can tell my brother's just like, what are you talking about?
I know what he's talking about, but
those
runaway ramps.
The runaway ramps they have for trucks. Why? Well, because trucks suck. I don't know. I think going fast is cool. That's what I could do. I whenever I go down, like when I drive through the mountains, like on those big, huge grades, I just throw the car into neutral and just see how fast inertia takes me.
Jesus.
You don't do that?
No.
Oh man, it's great because if you have the gas mileage
No,
indicator
I'm
in your car,
I'm scared of heights.
It starts telling you your current gas mileage, and it starts. I got it to like 60 miles a gallon because it was just like going downhill with like exerting no gas at all. That's fantastic.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. You put it in neutral, you just go.
Yeah, just let it go.
I do that when I go get coffee in the mornings. It's downhill on Abernathy. so I don't
I
have
do
to
it all
use
the
any
time.
gas.
I use it as much as possible. It drives my wife crazy. She hates it. It's like, just go. I'm like, you're in a hurry to get to daycare to pick up the kid?
Woohoo!
Why'd you want to do that?
They charge per minute if you're late, man.
Well, we're not going to be
Damn.
late. There was
Yeah,
a place
Tim,
that
that's
did
what
that.
they
They
do.
instituted they had a problem with parents being late. And so they instituted a charge. It was like $25 an hour every time you were late. And so they found out that the number of late kids skyrocketed because people just saw it as an additional fee.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
they were like,
you
yeah,
watch
that's
my kid
fine.
for an additional hour for $25. Oh, cool. I've got things to do or whatever.
Yeah.
So it
Or-
like backfired on them.
I think it's funny. The rationale was like, oh, I can stay and work for an additional hour and, cost me $25. No big
It's
deal.
only
What
20
it really
bucks.
was like some guy that went to happy hour that day and he's like, no, I'll have another round of drinks. They gave
add it
the
to the
benefit of
tab.
the doubt. They gave the benefit of the doubt that the parents were actually being like responsible and working when it really was they were just getting housed at the bar by the office.
Some were doing one and some were doing the other. Some of them were just chilling on the couch, being like, "I just do not want that kid here yet."
No, I do not.
It's worth the $25.
It's worth $25. Yeah, exactly. I got 59 minutes.
Yeah. So Trash Down South loses 41-21 to Ohio.
Cool.
I watched a bit of the game just because it was one of the first bowl games on TV. Right,
It was the first bowl game.
the first bowl game. Yeah,
I think it was the first bowl game of the season. Yeah.
I'm afraid to talk too much shit though.
I know we're
Oh.
supposed to cheer for the SBC, but it was
No, not for
really hard
TDS.
to.
Not TDS.
Well, if you want to cheer for the Sun Belt teams and do that whole SBC thing like the SEC does, whatever, go for it. But I'm never cheering for TDS. That's a guaranteed root
Do we
against.
still get the same amount of money whether it's a win or a loss?
I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
I think so though. I think showing up, you get a stipend. You get the money.
It's not
I
like
think-
a boxing match. Yeah.
It's kind of funny like that the SBC is losing these games, right? Because we all like if you read all the Facebook group posts and whatever, it's like, oh, we're gonna go 12-0. It's like, no, we're not.
So the Sun Belt in the past, I think like 10 years
Done really well.
has the best bowl record
Yeah.
out of all conferences.
Better start
And that's
winning.
not because of any outliers or anything. We are typically ranked,
Yeah.
1 or 2 as far as like bowl records go every year.
But that's because it's our Super Bowls.
Well, I think it's typically because there were fewer. So as a percentage, like, it
Sure.
did some
Yeah.
things. But
Yes, we're 1-3 right now.
David, with our Super Bowl bullshit. Shut up with that, man. Come on.
1-3.
1-3, yeah, I think so.
And then our lone win is Appy State on a 13-9 defensive powerhouse game.
I should go rewatch that one.
Oh no, we're 1-4. We forgot one of them.
Oh yeah, that's right. Old Dominion lost today.
I was like, how many teams have played? Oh yeah, Old Dominion. That's because we gave them our
Don't laugh
virus.
too much, guys. We haven't played ours yet.
No, we're good.
Oh, no,
We-
nothing.
gave 'em our
Nothing can
virus.
happen. Nothing can
Paul.
happen that makes me care anymore about this season. Like our season's
Yeah.
over. We could lose. We could be up by 100 points and lose in regulation, and I'd be like, whatever. The season is done.
But what
But
if we
no.
win, David? Would you be like, whatever?
All right, it's another team that we beat. Yay!
I mean,
added to the short list. I can fit it on one post-it note.
we went and we played Trash Down South. They beat us and they lose the rest of their games.
Yeah.
We
So-
play Old Dominion. They beat us. They lose their next game.
Speaking of the bowl game, though, we have got our watch party right
Yep.
finalized. We're good. We're gonna have it at Manny's.
We're gonna be there. I'm not sure if they know that yet, but
I thought you were there the other
Yeah,
night.
I did go there. But I am very ineffective at getting things accomplished, especially when I'm at a bar.
Oh
So-
boy.
No,
Oh,
the person
boy.
the person that I needed to talk to was there when I got there and was not there by the time I brought it up. So, but no, I think we're gonna be good as long as we don't take over the place. So, which is Georgia State game, and we suck. So,
That back area, we're good back there, right?
we'll be good. We'll be good.
Yeah.
We'll be good.
What time is the game?
3?
Yeah, we'll be fine. They're
Three,
not
I think.
busy at 3:00.
3:30.
3:30, which is like 1:30 local time.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
Are you prepared to Are you prepared to watch a game on a blue field?
Yeah,
I'm not.
it's gonna be fine.
What are we wearing? Are we wearing black again, or are we wearing white?
That's what we joked earlier, because you're like blending in and all that, but we'll probably wear black if we're the home team.
Didn't somebody post something, like an equipment post, that we were wearing white?
All right, well, that's fine.
We're wearing white. Yeah,
we're wearing white. Okay.
White.
I don't think they posted everything, but white.
At least helmet and jersey. I think the jersey had. Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah, they had a white jersey with the the bowl logo
with
on it.
Patch.
That's what it was. Yeah, the patch. Yeah. So at minimum, I would imagine. Oh, speaking of that, did you watch the Lafayette, who they played, Jacksonville State game?
Yeah, the fights.
Oh my God, I could not tell which team was which.
Oh, that. Especially when there's a fumble and they're all going for the ball.
One team was white helmets, white jerseys, red pants. The other was red jerseys, red pants, red hats. Not red. They wasn't all red. But man, I messaged our buddy Jerry. I messaged him and I'm like, I didn't know who to root for in this game, and I'm not sure who I'm rooting for. I can't tell. I don't know which team is which. They lost. Lafayette lost to an FCS transitional team.
Yikes. In a bowl game?
And
in a bowl game.
They've had fights and stuff happen in that game. It was a very chippy game. Maybe we'll fight. We'll fight some
I
Utah Stadians, some Aggians.
I can't imagine Utah State fans being like, or Utah State players being like all chippy and stuff.
No, probably
like all. We have like back-to-back Utah games. I just realized that.
Yeah,
we played BYU, and now we're playing Utah State.
We said BYU is a little chippy, so we could get a little chippy. Maybe they talk shit about Mormons. Or
get out of our religious state, man. Get out of here.
We won't be in their religious state.
No, thankfully.
We'll be in Idaho, which
come back for the pizza party after the game, guys.
Is it Carver Bible? Is that who we're playing?
Yes.
Well, as South Park says that Mormons are the ones that win. That's the religion that wins.
They're the ones that were right.
Yeah, they're the ones that are correct. Yes, wins correct. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
that's the answer we're looking for. That's the Mormon's the answer we're looking for.
Yeah.
What else we got?
I don't know. I feel like for not being prepared, we've done a good job.
We're gonna get.
I don't know if we've done well. We've talked for 38 minutes. I don't know if we've done a good job at all.
There's still some listeners.
I know, right? We've had a consistent number of listeners. I've been kind of surprised by that. No comments, though.
What do our listeners do while they're listening? I don't know.
One's taking a bath. I know that.
One's taking a bath. Yep. Upstairs, right here.
You could have just been sitting on the couch and heard the whole thing, but I guess being in a bath's better. So.
Yeah. I mean, I understood.
We could have had some feet sticking out on that couch you got right there.
You could have, Tim. But are you trying to look at my girlfriend's feet?
I mean, that's what our fan base
like wants.
Yeah. That's true. The OnlyFans, we could pump up them numbers.
There you go.
Sorry, babe.
All right, are we heading over to last call?
Sounds like
it. This could be a fun. I have a feeling this could be a really fun last call. All right. Well, thank you very much for listening. We're going to head over to our after show called Last Call. Have a few more drinks, more conversation.
Make our Christmas. Join Patreon, right?
Oh, yeah. You can find it on our Patreon page, patreon.com/State of Atlanta. Get access, or live stream access to the episode and Last Call, access to our private group chat, discounts on merchandise, all that kind of fun stuff.
Yep.
And whatever we can do for you. Oh, and at our football tailgates, free booze.
Yeah.
The merch. We got discounts on merch. Gotta get
discounts on merch. Discounts on merch too. So, but Last Call's available for free as well, but that just comes out a little bit later. So please take a look. Patreon.com/State of Atlanta. Buy it for your favorite Georgia State fan this season for a Christmas gift. I'll send you a personal card if you do that. I mean, thanks for listening. We'll talk to you guys next week. Tim and I will talk to you tomorrow night. We'll with the Go Aggies guys.
We'll just have Ryan dial in by phone for 1 minute.
Ryan. No. So wear a. This is definitely last comment here. Wear a shirt with a pocket, like a dress, a button down shirt with a pocket on it, and just put your log in on StreamYard on your phone and just put the camera out there, and we'll just like have the video of you at your holiday lunch dinner thing the entire time.
I'll have my gimlet like right in front of the camera.
You'd be live streaming from your your company holiday party.
Could be.
All right, we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Peace.
I lost my mouse.
Merry
there
Christmas.
it is. Goodbye.